everyone, so welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll be talking about my top 10 best draft picks of the MLB draft. So if you're new to the channel, help me hit that like button to help me rank up on YouTube and for the algorithm to help push out new videos to a whole new audience. Also hit that subscribe button with the notification bell on so you guys will be instantly notified when I upload a new video on my way to 100 subscribers. So before I go any further with the intro, I'll be hosting a Q&A special with on my YouTube channel. So I hope to see you guys there. But if anyone is interested in getting Philly Sports Podcast merch, my Teespring store will be linked down below in the description. Also, follow my podcast series, Sports Talk Podcast, every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll leave a link to the playlist down below in the description. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at Philly Podcast by T and Instagram at Philly Sports 97 for more additional content or updates to the channel. So let's hop right into it. So obviously, we all knew what the results were for the MLB draft. So your opinion might differ. This is my personal opinion of my top 10 draft picks that I put together. So let's go right over it. So my first pick, obviously Jack Leiter is for number one. For the Jack Leiter of the Texas Rangers is number one. I mean, what can you say about Jack Leiter and what he's accomplished, especially at Vanderbilt University? Vanderbilt University is basically a college powerhouse. They produce like pro pitchers, like it's like it's nothing. So they they brought out products like David Price, Walker Buehler, guys like that. Now Jack Leiter coming out of the school, it's pretty much following that line under Tim Corbin. Number two is Kumar Rocker of the New York Mets. Same thing. The same thing applies with Jack Leiter. They're the 1-2 combo of Vanderbilt's pitching staff. Even last year, Kumar Rocker had a 19 strikeout no hitter against Duke University in the NCAA Super Regional. Number three is Anthony Solomato of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now this part of the list is where my Jersey bias is going to come into play, because with Anthony Solomato is one of those bright young kids, from my buddy Ryan Killick, who worked with, and the comparison that I've been seeing, when I heard about his name, thrown around for the MLB draft, the comparison was he had the similar mechanics and the body style of Madison Bumgarner. And I thought to myself, the mechanics is there. It's his mechanics are funky, but it's really deceptive. The same way with Madison Bumgarner and the body length. He's 6'6", pitcher from Bishop Eustace. What can you ask for? You can top around like maybe 95 to 97. So Pittsburgh Pirates, good for you guys for picking up a South Jersey kid. Number four is Chase Petty of the Minnesota Twins. And now here's a little backstory on Chase Petty, because I kind of followed this kid through a guy named Mike Adams, who owns a performance baseball center here in New Jersey. And Mike Adams, who's also in the Phillies organization, signed him to obviously Phillies fans, we all know. Well, basically, let me break this down for you. So Chase Petty is one of those kids that I kind of studied for a while, especially on Twitter for the Performance Baseball Center that's owned by Mike Adams. Just because what's the word I'm looking for? He's just got electric stuff. Like he can talk about like in the triple digits. Like Mike, obviously, Phillies fans might not know that Mike Adams is in the organization. No, he's also a guy that can throw the upper 90s, hit triple digits. But yeah, that's kind of where I just learned and tracked kids like Anthony Solomato and Chase Petty. Number 5, I would have to go with Marcelo Meyer of the Boston Red Sox. You know, in my mock draft that I had, I thought he was going to go like 1 or 2, but obviously he fell into the Boston Red Sox lap at number 4. So I feel like Boston has that you know amazing ability to have hopefully a potential superstar in their shortstop. Um, usually like and now number 5 is Benny Montgomery of the Colorado Rockies out of Redland High School. So Benny Montgomery, and he's one of those names that got thrown around because obviously growing up, he was a Phillies fan growing up, and he basically married Chase Utley in the way that he plays. Unfortunately, as Phillies fan, unfortunately, he went to the Rockies at 8. Phillies fans were hoping to get him at 13, but that wasn't the case to be. But hey, look, I ain't gonna blame anybody for that. But uh, I had to go with Andrew Painter as my next pick because the because Andrew, and this is where I feel like this is where I would have to disagree with some of the Phillies fans and what they're going to have to say on grabbing high school pitchers. And, obviously we grabbed McDavid last year with the number 15th pick, but I kind of just feel like the Andrew Painter can bring a lot to the table, kind of what McAble has. But the only difference is that Andrew Painter brings height. He's 6'7", 215, can throw in the upper 90s. I think the Phillies, and the way that they, kind of, did the draft right, I kind of feel like this is where I think, stocking up on pitchers is kind of, and is pretty much their main need at this point. I mean, obviously, Phillies have an abysmal farm system, but I think the Phillies kind of, could have potentially a diamond in the rough with Andrew Painter. Next one is Will Bednar of the San Francisco Giants, which I thought that could pretty much been the steal for the San Francisco Giants. Like obviously played for Mississippi State, national champion, beat Vanderbilt University, which basically it's hard you cannot defeat Vanderbilt in basically play college, playoff college baseball. But I feel like what Will Bednar brings to the table, kind of just understand, brings like the mid to high 90s fastball, just a quick pace to his delivery. But then obviously, the Giants, they're a little bit of the need that they have are pitching. So I think the Blue Jays, and my next pick is Gunnar Hogglin from Old Miss, selected 19th overall by the Toronto Blue Jays. I think the Blue Jays are always finding good diamond in the rough kind of picks. They got Austin Martin from Vanderbilt last year. They also they picked Gunnar Hogglin. I kind of feel like this is where, even though I think last year this off season he had to go through Tommy John surgery, or I think he's recovering from Tommy John surgery. I'm not sure, one of the two. Let me know in the comments below. But I kind of feel like with Gunnar Hogglin, you can expect maybe 92 to 94. Occasionally he'll top out at 95, 90, around like 95. But I just kind of feel like that's where the I think kind of feel like Blue Jays are kind of just finding those kind of players in the draft. Well, let me know what you think in the comments below. Did I miss anybody, or maybe you have a different list of your own? Put it in the comments below. But with that being said, this is Robert from the Philly Sports Podcast. I'll see you guys in the next video.